Hello everybody and welcome to a tarot training video, I guess you could say. I just wanted to share a kind of a neat style of tarot that I've been doing recently related to shadow work. And so I was going to show you how that works for me. And it's kind of cool if you have the right decks, although you can still do this with any deck, or especially if you have two decks. But the shadow work pull that I'm going to be talking about, or the shadow work read, involves having two decks, or you can potentially split your deck into two. I'm going to be using the Lucid Dreams Tarot in black and also in white. Black is my version. My wife has the white version. I'm going to be putting links down below to these, so if you want to pick them up, I won't go into too much detail, but here's one of the black cards. This is the Eight of Wands. Here's one of the white cards. This is the Queen of Wands. And it's a gorgeous deck. It has a neat book. Look at this, over 450 pages. But like I said, this video isn't about the decks. They are going to be linked down below. I'm going to be linking the black version. So if you want to pick it up, it'll be linked down below. So for this pull, like I said, one way to do it is to have two decks. A dark deck and a light deck, or just two different decks. And the way I do it is I pull one card from the dark deck, and that's representing my shadow self. And then I pull a card from the white deck, and that's representing how I might be able to integrate, or how that shadow self has affected me in my normal life, I guess you could say. So let's go ahead and just do a sample pull here. Normally I'm doing this on a table, but I'm just going to be talking to you about this. So let's go ahead and pull two cards. Shuffle that, shuffle this. So what I'll normally do is two cards and then two more cards on the outside. But today I'm just going to be doing the two card pulls. So we got one card here. This is representing my shadow self. And then I got one card here. This is representing the integration of the shadow, or how the shadow might be affecting me in my everyday life. So let's go ahead and do a sample read here. The card that I got for my shadow was Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So I leave the light card flipped over, and I'm looking at the shadow only. So if I got this card, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, what might this mean? Well, this could mean that I was not given enough as a child. This could mean that I was treated unfairly. This could mean, maybe in my case, I always felt like I was always responsible for giving and giving and giving as the oldest of six kids. Whatever that will be for you will be slightly different, but that might be what I lock in my mind what this is. And in this case, I'm going to say that this represents feeling like I do too much to help out my brothers and sisters when I'm a child myself. Then I flip over the light side card. Okay, so here we ended up with the Six of Swords in the reverse. So for one, it is kind of neat that it's Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Now, let's talk about the Six of Swords. What is the Six of Swords? Well, Six of Swords a lot of times is about moving on, moving past, moving from one stage to the other. And in this case, being in the reverse, this might mean that because of what I've felt as kind of being cheated or having to do too much as an older sibling, now I'm not able to move forward, or I feel held back, or maybe I don't want to change. There's a lot of different things. This reading obviously is personal for each person, and this isn't a real reading, but this is just the idea. And finally, what I'll do in the read is I'll kind of, look at these cards together, and I'll kind of see how I can accept or learn from the things that were in my shadow or are in my shadow, and how I can apply those or help those change kind of how it's being represented in my life. So in this case, Six of Swords in the reverse, not being willing to move forward or not feeling like I can move forward. Maybe I can find something I can be proud of myself. Like, I was a good older brother. I took care of my siblings. I did that. And then, moving to the light side, you can say that that will allow me to take pride in myself to move forward, and I can maybe turn the card upside down now and move forward, knowing that the swords in this case are behind me, are representing the lessons that I've learned. Something like that. You get the idea. This isn't an actual read, but so anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys, just because I do like trying a lot of different things. And like I said, if you have two decks, if you have two light and dark decks that are matched, that's really cool. I have a couple different sets of decks where there's a dark and a light version. But if you don't, you just could have two different decks. So maybe you have like a regular Rider deck and you have maybe like a Lucid Dreams or something, you can do that. Or if you only have one deck, you can split the deck in half and you can pull the shadow card from this side of the deck and the light card from that side of the deck. So anyways, that's going to do it. Again, the Lucid Dreams is going to be down in, I'm going to link it down below if you want to pick it up. This wasn't an advertisement for the deck, but I just had the light and the dark decks out and I thought, hey, this is pretty cool. I'll share this shadow work tarot read. So, okay, that's going to do it. Yeah, as always, head over and find me on Substack. That's where my daily reads are going to be going as time goes on. Yeah, and other than that, have a good one. Bye.